CCP regime leader Xi Jinping now acknowledging the recent political shakeup in his own military. In an address on Tuesday, he referenced the removal of the country's top military general, Zhang Youxia, back in January. Zhang was seen as a close ally to Xi, but behind the scenes, he was also backed by other Communist Party leaders. Analysts say Xi kicking him out is truly unprecedented. So does this internal turmoil, or how does it impact the United States, and how should the U.S. be dealing with China moving forward? To discuss, we welcome Lei, the host of Lei's Real Talk. Lei, host of Lei's Real Talk, it's great to have you on the program.
Well, thank you, Steve, for having me. Glad to be here.
Absolutely. So, Lei, it's been over 2 weeks since...
3 weeks now.
3 weeks since General Zhang Youxia was reportedly removed. Can anyone inside China truly say what's happening and what's going on? And what is your assessment?
It's difficult because most information is sealed off from the public. And those who actually know either don't want to speak or simply can't. And then on top of that, the situation is evolving rapidly, right? What looked true yesterday may already be outdated today. So it's really hard for anyone to say at a given point exactly what's happening. So in China's political system, truth moves slowly, but power shifts fast.
So, Lei, most Western analysts argue that Xi Jinping's power remains unchallenged, in that he still has the final say, absolute control. You, along with many other diaspora analysts, tend to take a different view. You don't say it's quite that simple. Walk us through the contrast.
Well, like you said, most Western analysts say that Xi Jinping is fully in control, while we say that he's not. And the clues are all over the place. If you look, it's been 3 weeks since Zhang Youxia has been brought down, but no top CCP officials have publicly stated their support for the decision, and no military service branch or theater command has publicly supported the party central's decision. And most of the CCP organs have remained quiet on that. So that means this is a significant gamble that Xi Jinping took. And if you argue that Xi Jinping is indeed firmly in control, he wouldn't need to take such a risky rule-breaking move to bring down the generals, right? I mean, the CCP has a standard playbook: quiet internal investigation, Politburo approval, and then a formal announcement months later. And that's how you remove a senior official when you are in control. So the fact that Xi Jinping bypassed party procedures shows that he's gambling, and he took a big gamble, and that's not managing. So people gamble when they feel power slipping.
Now, how unprecedented, Lei, is it that he has bypassed these party procedures, and what does that tell you?
I mean, people say the last time this kind of drama unfolded was in 1972, when Mao's vice chairman of CMC was shot down in Outer Mongolia, when his plane was allegedly, when he was fleeing to Russia. And that was 1972. So it's been, over a half a century that something this dramatic has happened. So it's not a small feat.
Now, watching your program, which I do, because it's very insightful, and you make an interesting point. You say, pay attention to the silence, or what's not being said. What do you mean by that, and what are you deducing?
Well, like I said, if you look at what's on the surface, right, you see Xi Jinping appearing on state media. You see these PLA daily pushing out narratives denouncing the generals directly or indirectly, almost every day or every other day. But if you really read between the lines and look at gain a holistic view of what's happening inside Zhongnanhai, You see, like I said, no service branch of PLA nor theater command has publicly endorsed the decision. And this is unprecedented because in a totalitarian regime like the one that we see in Beijing, this is unthinkable. I mean, when the party has taken down your vice chairman and none of you remain quiet, this is already disobedience. So the fact that so many CCP organizations and individuals are remaining silent, that itself is a serious political crisis for Xi Jinping. So that's why we say the silence is louder than any narratives the CCP is pushing.
President Trump Lei is scheduled to go to Beijing in April. Why does misreading the Chinese Communist Party matter, and how can flawed assessments lead to intelligence failures or strategic miscalculation?
Oh, the impact, misreading the CCP politics is terrible because it's not we don't have room for a free academic debate here. The impact or the analysis or decisions directly impact national security and our strategic direction. So I think about it this way. Even though the party elders and Xi Jinping have been fighting, they don't want us to see their internal divisions. The party elders do not want us to believe that they're in control. That's why they want to hide. They want to remain invisible. This is because they want to create a unified front in their strategic deception. So if we pretend that Xi Jinping is still in control, then we involuntarily fall into the trap the CCP has set up for us, right? Then we fall into exactly what they want us to believe. And so I think this misreading is very expensive, very costly. And we need to remind ourselves the CCP politics is a lot more complex than what meets the eye.
Lei, host of Lei's Real Talk, really fascinating insights. Appreciate you joining us. Thank you.
Thank you.